Welcome to church today. I wonder how you'd go answering this question. Are you satisfied? It's an interesting question, isn't it? It's not, are you ecstatic about life right now, or are you delighted with life, but are you satisfied? See, as a Christian, both dissatisfaction and satisfaction are really important. See, we need to be dissatisfied that we live in a world that is not as it will be when Jesus returns, because the human race is at odds with its maker. Of course, in the prosperous West, we're trying everything to make it not so, but it's not working. It's not obvious that prosperity is the key to satisfaction. In fact, there's a close link between prosperity and depression. And there's a genuine gulf between utopia and reality, the reality of our days. And this is not new. You read Ecclesiastes 2, 4-10 for a perfect summary of that experience. However, dissatisfaction is actually good. It is useful to us. How? Well, it stirs us to think again, to join the dots. Could there be a reason, for this experience? C.S. Lewis famously said that if we find a desire which nothing in this world can satisfy, then the most probable explanation is that we were made for another world. See, we can try being positive or being reclusive or being escapist, but that doesn't work. Instead, we can be thankful that God made us restless. We can seek Him and seek the day of His return. So even when church does get back to normal, we'll still have a sense of dissatisfaction because we're heading towards the perfect church. And even in our best experience of church, that is just a taste of what is to come in His kingdom. Last week, we got a clue as to where our satisfaction comes from now. We can be satisfied now. As Jesus fed the 5,000, He kept them satisfied for the day. Jesus promises to keep people satisfied for eternity. Now, to experience this life and the satisfaction, Jesus tells people to believe in Him, John 6:28, which means follow through on His offer to be the bread of eternal life. He also says, come to Him, which means respond to Him. He comes close to us, now come close to Him. He says to look to Him, which means looking away from ourselves and our solutions, looking instead to eternity and to Him. And He calls us to feed on Him, which means to take Him in, to receive Him as our life giver, deeply and inwardly, because He lived and died, the believer will also live. So brothers and sisters, in this next weird stage of our virus season existence, it's okay to be dissatisfied because we're not the perfect church. We're not in a world that in its current form is perfect or ever will be. But in Jesus, that's where we're heading. And as we head there, we can be continually satisfied by Jesus, feeding on Him as our life giver. Friends, we're going to start by singing, and we're going to sing the song, How Great Is Our God.